back, guys. I didn't think I'd see her here anytime soon.
Oh, my pleasure. It took a while for him to figure it out. And then when he seen that, okay, this doesn't look right. It looks like a clean car, though.
Yeah.
Very desirable 6-speed.
Yeah. I got the front bumper at home. We had to take it off because it wouldn't fit on the trailer. Thank you very much,
You're
Mike.
all set.
Thank you.
Thank you,
sir. I know who to call.
You know,
man.
you got my card right there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. All because of this thing right here, bro. Are you kidding me, guys? Oh, it does feel good to hear that start again, though. Yo, what is good, everyone? It is now a couple days later. After that incident, you guys saw me at the Infiniti dealership. And oh my God, guys, do I have a story to tell you. It was such a damn hassle. This is the day me and my family are moving from that house to a new house, and we needed to be out of there. So this all starts as we just got finished packing everything into the U-Haul. I went to go start my G so that I could move it into the garage, so once we drop the U-Haul off, I can come back and get the G and then eventually get the trailer to get the Cutlass after I get the G home, right? So I go to start my car and it won't recognize the key fob, and I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, this is the last thing I want right now. So I went to change the key fob battery. I'm like, okay, easy fix. It still wouldn't recognize the key fob. Check the battery volt to the actual car. Maybe I was like, maybe it has a low battery in the car and it's just like not recognizing the fob. Still wouldn't work. So now I'm really stressing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to get an auto locksmith to come out to the house and like reprogram a new key fob. Like, I don't have another key fob for the car. I only have one. The auto locksmith says that it's gonna be a couple hours, and I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, my family and me are trying to move to the new house. Like, we got this U-Haul and everything. Like, all right, I'm gonna take the U-Haul to the house and I'll come back to meet the auto locksmith. So the auto locksmith gets there. He's like, hey man, yeah, it's gonna be really easy. Like, I program these key fobs all the time. And I'm standing right next to him watching him trying to reprogram the key fob because we have nothing in the house right now. Like, I'm just out in the driveway. We have nothing inside the house that we're moving from. So I'm just watching him, and he's trying to program the key and it will not recognize the key. Like, the software that they have, like, is supposed to easily reprogram a key fob, but my car isn't wanting to like recognize any key fob. He tries even the old one, still doesn't work. I'm like really stressing at this point, guys. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, bro, like, how is an auto locksmith not able to program a key fob? Like, this is like way bigger than just the key fob now. Like, I'm gonna have to get this towed to Infiniti, and it is a Sunday, guys, so like service isn't open on Sundays at the Infiniti dealership or like any dealership that I know of. It's usually like sales and like maybe the parts department. So I ended up calling AAA so I could get a flatbed to tow the G to the Infiniti dealership, and it is like almost closing time, guys. Like, I can't make this up. Like, it is almost closing time. So I'm like, hey man, like, I'm really in a big rush. Do you think you could get it here? Because like, they close the gates and I'm really trying to get the G parked inside the dealership and not like in a random lot in front or anything, because I just got these new Conce wheels on and I'm not trying to get those stolen, bro. Like, what? So AAA gets there and I'm not even at the house. My mom's at the house waiting for AAA because I'm helping with the U-Haul and everything, trying to unload at this house that we're currently at, and they are hauling ass to get to the dealership on time so that they can make it and park it inside the dealership. So luckily they were able to make it with like 15 minutes to spare, so it was gonna stay there overnight, and I was gonna wait till the morning to get like a phone call to let me know that they're gonna about to start my G. It is now Monday morning. I end up getting a text message saying that they're about to start my car. I'm like, sweet. I'm working from home. I'm honestly just patiently waiting, like hoping to get a text back saying like, hey, we were able to program your car, come pick it up, right? Obviously that is not the case in my situation, right? It wouldn't be. So I ended up getting a text message. I'm about to show you guys the text message. So this is what they ended up saying. Jacob, we have tried 3 times to program your key. It is not working. Please review these items here and let us know how would you like to proceed. So pretty much after I got this text message, I'm like, bro, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, if Infiniti dealership isn't able to program my key, like, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, I really started stressing at this time, guys. I ain't gonna front with you guys. I was like, what the hell am I gonna do about this? Like, where do you go from there if a dealership can't like program your key fob? Like, how do you even sell a car if the car doesn't want to recognize any key fob. You can't get it to start, can't get it to move, like, man. So I ended up calling my service advisor that was texting me back and forth with all the updates, and I was like, yo, like, what's up? Like, you guys aren't able to program my key fob? Like, where do we go from here? And he said that, like, they had a tech coming in, like, in a few hours, and he was gonna take a look and see why my car wasn't wanting to, like, recognize a new key. But at this point, he said that we're already, like, $600 in just labor of them trying to program a key fob like 3 individual times. So I'm like, already 600 bucks for like pretty much nothing. Like, they were just trying to program a key fob. So I ended up having to like sign the approval or whatever, and he said, okay, I just received it, blah blah blah, and he was gonna text me, and I said, just give me a call when you're done. I said, please give me a call at the 3rd hour, because like I said, guys, I was already like 600 bucks in with just labor and them trying to program the key. And this is what they ended up sending me a picture of. I was like, okay. Like, I've seen this, like, when I was installing the headlights before, but I didn't know what it went to. He also sent me this one. He said, Jacob, well, we finally got it to go with your key. Whatever this red wire goes to seem to be shorting the key slot, but it looks like the picture key slot looks real dirty. Did you get parts used? I ain't gonna lie to you, I got super excited when I just saw the message saying that they were able to get it to go and program the key fob. That was the most important thing to me at this point in time, because guys, I was really stressing, because I was like, bro, is Infiniti not able to like program my key? Like, are they not able to fix it? Like, how does that work? But yeah, that red wire, like, I've only owned this G37 for like 6 months now, or 7 months, and I would see that red wire, but it was never plugged into anything. And then when me and my neighbor Seth did the headlight install, like, we saw it and everything, it just wasn't connected to anything. So like, I guess it was just hitting metal in there and like shortening out the key slot. I don't know, guys. We got the G37 back home. I've been driving it like every other day. It, like I said, it's been a couple days now since I'm filming this video, because like, guys, it's just been such a hassle with that situation. We're in the new house. The thing that me and my wife are most excited about is the location at the house, guys. The other house that we were living at was just so far from everything, so like, I wasn't able to go to like any like car events because it was super far. Barely hung out with any friends. Barely any friends came out there because it was just such a far drive from the city and like what we're used to. And now we're at a new location, like the best location type shit, and we're just, yeah, we're just super happy. And I'll show you guys a little bit of the garage and show you guys more of the G. I still need to get this thing on some damn coilovers, springs, bags. I'm just kidding, I don't know about bags. Bags would be a whole big process, but I do want to do bags one day. Like, man, like, imagine bags even on the Cutlass. Man, that would be gangster. But the G37 is sitting clean right now. I actually just detailed it the other day. It's looking mighty clean, except with this damn wheel gap and with this wrap that's coming off. David, where are you? I need you to come out here and wrap the G, bruh. This paint fade gotta go. This paint fade gotta go. That paint fade and that paint fade all got to go, guys. I'm tired of looking at this paint fading. Like, that's like my #1 pet peeve with any of my cars, is if I can see like some paint fading like that, it's just like such a bad look. I don't know, in my opinion. I still love the G. I still think it looks absolutely amazing with the new Concept wheels. That's probably one of my favorite things I've done to the G so far, guys. Like, the other wheels that I had, if you guys seen it, it was not it. Like, I absolutely did not like those other wheels that I got the car with. But these ones, like, even with, look how good they look with the big Akibano big brake kit. I'm so glad that my car came with these brake kits, so I didn't have to do the conversion, because a lot of people have to do the conversion. But this is the sport coupe, bro, so came with it. Let's open it up. Let's open it up and see what's good. I'll do a little start for you guys too. A little cold start. Wow. Wow, how is the battery dead? That's embarrassing. Well, I'm trying to show you guys too. How embarrassing is this, y'all? I'm telling you about how my car won't start while I'm moving, and then I show you me starting my car for a cold start, and guess what? It doesn't start. like what? That's what the previous owner, or one of the previous owners, did to the exhaust. That was not me. I need a new exhaust setup for this. So any of you exhaust companies watching this want to help your boy CCJ out, hit me up, hit me in the emails. I must say though, the carbon fiber steering wheel is such a pleasure to look at while I'm driving this every single time. Such a nice upgrade. If you haven't done so yourself, get yourself a carbon fiber steering wheel. Thank me later. But I figured might as well take the G out. We got it started, get you guys some just clips cruising around the neighborhood. It's actually a really big neighborhood that we live in, so yeah, let's go on a little cruise. Go ahead and roll down the windows, get some better sound. Oh, and by the way, my steering wheel is a little off alignment, so I need to get that thing done too. God damn it. It is a beautiful day out today though, guys. AZ summer is just about to start and get real fucking hot. Thank you, sir. Hey, but the nice little cruise on this Saturday morning. Let me show you guys a little bit of the garage. Like I said, we're still in the process of moving and stuff, like just unpacking I should say. But I did get all my stuff that I had on the previous wall at the new house, in the new garage. Got all my tools, cleaning supplies, have a bunch of bolts, you know, hardware, other cleaning tools. Got the Conseil wheels. Got my little ransom chair up here, my son's little cars, just a whole bunch of other things, skateboards, this big old couch. I'm trying to decide what to do with this, but I am very happy we got the Cutlass back at the new house. This was a mission on getting it here too, because it was the same day I was dealing with this car over here, alright? So it was a big hassle, long ass day to say the least, but I am doing something. Oh, actually, let me show you guys this. I was gonna say I am doing something soon to this, but I actually did something already, just like last weekend. So this is a big step. This is a big sign, because this hasn't started in like 3 or 4 years. And yeah, just watch. Y'all ready? Oh, the light action. So I ended up getting a new battery for this, and I was worried that maybe like rats ate like the wiring or like made a nest into this. It sat at a storage yard for like 3 or 4 years, like I said. So yeah, I was really concerned about that, but I got a new battery for it, and the lights turned on immediately. I put the key in the ignition and just started it up. Not like started up, I mean just like turned the key, and the fuel gauge actually showed me how much fuel is in here. It's like half a tank. So I went to AutoZone and actually bought this thing. I'm probably gonna have to order a better one, because I don't know if this is gonna be long enough, but it's like a siphon hose. I need to get the old gas out of the gas tank, and let me show you guys this. You guys probably don't know this, but the gas tank, I mean, well, where you put the gas is right here in the middle. A lot of the old classic cars was like right through the middle behind the license plate and not like on the sides or like the front like Porsches. So yeah, I just thought that would be cool to show you guys. I need to turn these lights off before I kill the new battery. Absolutely love the Cutlass. How could you not love the Cutlass? Like, come on now. White interior, white top. I need to do something. Definitely about the door jams, but that's the least of my concern. I want to do something about it getting started in the color, because I want this to be wrapped a beautiful color just to make it shine and show its full glory, because obviously this paint right here is faded from the years. This is a 1971 Cutlass, guys, so this paint is way gone, but I do want to keep the top white. I want to have the two-tone because I think that looks so clean. I'm not going to say what colors I'm thinking about, but just trust your boy CCJ. I hope I never let you guys down before, but I'll definitely not let you guys down when I start doing a lot more things to this. But there you guys have it, the story about me just rambling about my cars, taking the damn G to Infiniti because of just a key fob. Spent hundreds of dollars just because of key fob. Well, not even a key fob, a damn wire in the engine bay that I saw so many different times. Just didn't know what it happened to be wired up to. But learned from my issues and mistakes, or maybe you didn't learn anything at all. Maybe you're just tuning in, but hey, I appreciate everyone tuning in to today's video. I hope you guys stay tuned for what's to come. We got some really cool things coming for the G and for the Cutlass. This was just a little update. I wanted to get the story out because it was such a damn hassle. I'm like, how could I not make a video about this situation? And maybe it helps another VQ owner or just another car owner in general, just with a mistake like this and just having a wire short out their car and their key fob isn't recognizing. But hey guys, your boy CZJ is gonna keep on cruising, keep on moving, and we out here, guys. Peace.